Expensive chat back here, sadctheclown here with the response video to your video. Whew, that was a mouthful, and that is what she said. You asked me my favourite board game. Before I answer that question, today was my Secret Santa at work. I managed to score this bad boy, a Mystery Mini, Avengers Mystery Mini, and I've been holding on all day to open it, so I'm going to open it with you. So, here's the options. Pause it there for a second, you can check them out properly. It's quite heavy, which I'm hoping is a fantastic thing because I want the Incredible Hulk. I want the Incredible Hulk or Captain America. They're the main two. Unfortunately, to tell you the truth, I actually haven't seen the Age of Ultron yet. So if I get someone like Ultron or Vision, I know of them, but I haven't seen the movie, so I don't have the full connection. I've cut the plastic off. Let's bust this thing open. That's what she said. You pull it out, comes in a black baggie. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's big. And that's also what she said. Hey, I'm going to straight out and guess. I've got Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster. Haven't seen the movie, but I think Hulkbuster's a really cool one to get, if that's what it is. No, I'm going to lock it in. I got Hulkbuster. I know I've got Hulkbuster. From that little look I got. There it is, Hulkbuster. This thing's big. It's a bobblehead, but it's the smallest bobblehead ever. Doesn't matter that there's bubbles, but I'm not a big fan of bobbleheads. Like, pop vinyls, don't make them bobbleheads. Pop vinyls are way better when they don't bubble. But that's me. That's me. Don't want to bubble my head. So that's done. I just wanted to do that. So let's move on to your question. You've asked me what my favourite board game is, and I think I've actually told you this before in another video. I know I have. But, let's come down here. This is where I keep my board games. Like you said, these are more your tabletop style board games. These aren't Monopoly, for example. And expensive, I agree with you. Monopoly is a classic. It is a good game, but personally, once everything's sold, once you've got to the point where everyone owns everything, let's just stop playing. I'm over this crap. Like, I don't care who wins. It's now the boringest game in the world. We just got to keep rolling until it's clear that someone's a winner, but you've got to play for like 15 hours to get to the actual outcome of, oh, sweet, you won. Like, you beat me like 3 hours ago, but I had to sit here and play it out. Yeah. I don't like games like that. I don't like it when there's an obvious winner and you don't know. You have to still play the game out. Where a lot of these games are kind of designed well that you might feel like you're losing, but turns out at the end of the game you actually win, or the game's still fun while you're losing because you're just trying to screw the other guy over or whatever. Just going to do some quick honourable mentions. Like, I've only played this a very few times, but Star Wars X-Wing is awesome. Cube Quest is like a dice flicking game. All ages could play that. That's an all age sort of game. Carcassone's great, but I've sort of barely skimmed the surface. Got a game there called Tortoise and the Hare. That's great fun, really well designed. Got this one actually quite recently. Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalkers. Check out how beautiful this thing is. I've only got to play it once. I love the concept, but like I said, I've only played it once, so haven't had a full experience. The best games. Munchkin, I have really enjoyed both times I've played it. So Munchkin is, I think, going to actually become one of my favourites. Just want to get a few more expansions so the game's a bit more unpredictable, so you don't know all the cards. I don't really, but I feel like after a few plays, you're going to know the cards. Small World is amazing. Okay? If you haven't played Small World, I'd recommend it. I'd actually say, if you like a game like Risk, this is just a easier to play, anyone can play, shorter version of a Risk-style game. It looks complicated on the back. It is awesome. Check out Will Wheaton's show Tabletop. They play it on there, and that's an episode to watch. It will make you want that game from watching that one episode. Small World is beautiful. It has expansions, which means the game can get bigger, more characters, more teams. Really good. My two favourite games now would have to be, I love Small World, but my two favourite games, expensive, you mentioned both of these. Survive, I love this. You know, it's just a whole game of just taking out your mates. You're all pretty well on on Atlantis, the island's sinking, and you're just trying to get your people, well, they're meeples, you're trying to get your meeples off the island onto safety. At the end of the game, each survivor has a worth, like a points value on the bottom. You add them up. That's how you get a winner. Great thing about that game is, one guy might save 6, 7 of his people. The other guy might save 3. But the guy who saved 3 could win because the numbers on the bottom could be higher. That is a great game, which means you can play it all the way to the end and you actually don't know who's won or lost till that very last point. And the greatest of them all, you said it too expensive, I've said it in one before, King of Tokyo. This game's created by the guy who created Magic the Gathering, which would also be up there as one of my favourite tabletop sort of games. It's a card game, so it's different. But this, get it, anyone would love this game. It's a dice rolling game which works the same way as, say, Yahtzee, but the whole time, or you can either get the most points or take out all your opponents. You can level up your guy as you're playing. Simple, no joke. I've even got the expansion for King of Tokyo. It gives you another character and a few extra bonus sort of cards. It's just so damn good, guys. If I was to choose favourite board games out of sort of your mainstream games you'd buy at Kmart, Target, things like that, for me it would have to be Categories, which is great fun, and Pictionary. Thought I'd just add those in, just in case you're not into this sort of stuff. So that leads me on to my question. I mentioned Magic the Gathering back there. I play it, you play it, a lot of our mates play it. So let us know, Expensive, what team do you sway towards? Do you generally play a mono deck? Do you play a dual deck? I tend to play dual. I love red-blue. That's my thing. What do you tend to play, Expensive? Please hit that like and subscribe, people. I've been Sadcy the Clown, and I'll catch yous all next time. Sadcy the Clown, out of here.